Evening world. I'm live again. We just finished the German Idealism course last night with an extended seminar on Hegel. Officially, seminars are 2 hours long. For that one, we met for, I think, 3.5 recorded session and almost 4 hours all in. This is always what happens with Hegel. You spend months and years just on the beginning until perhaps at some point you reach the level that you need to get to in order to begin to have a glimpse at what Hegel was capable of and showing us in his philosophy. And something that did come up several times, and actually just now with a dialogue I just had the honor of enjoying with Adam Robert, who is the editor of The Side View. If you don't know Adam, you should definitely look him up. He's one to watch in this coming decade amongst all the people who are trying to save, protect, shelter, and maintain the importance of the humanities and philosophy, in particular, outside of the academic frameworks, as the institutions are crumbling because they are failing, and they are failing also because of the people, I have to say, who are inside these institutions, who lack the intensity, who hide behind ridiculous regulations and cannot keep the fire burning. They cannot. This came up yesterday. One of the students, Stefan is his name, actually put it in towards the end and said, keep the fire burning. And we must keep the fire burning. If you are engaged with philosophy in any way and there's no fire in your heart, then please leave. Do not waste anyone's time or your own. If there is no genuine fire for it, it's not for you. However, even if you feel the fire, perhaps I should tell you the story of what a teacher of mine, told me more than 10 years ago. He said to me that in this very desolate age, of course, philosophy is a fire that is attracting moths, you could say also, but is attracting us because there seems to be something there, meaning, etc., what people are looking for. But maybe to quote Hegel, philosophy paints gray over gray. Philosophy is not simply a toolbox or a source kit for any kind of meaning. And if you are to be a steward of fire, and this is what my teacher back then said to me, you must be careful not to burn yourself. Because philosophy, he said, ist das Enttäuschendste, das es gibt, auf Deutsch. Yeah? Das heißt, that means the most, not disappointing, but the most disillusioning. It destroys, and in this sense is disappointing, it destroys all illusions and delusions as well. This is what philosophy does. If you want to be a steward of philosophy, of its wisdom, and to anchor yourself firmly in a tradition, then you must be able to not only keep the fire burning and carry on the torch, but you must also be able to even withstand that fire and not get burned by it. And I would suppose that I would actually, yes, very much strongly argue that philosophy is not for everyone. And it is not possible for everyone to withstand and stand in the vicinity of that fire. And that is perfectly fine. But if you realize and notice this, then you must leave before you become a threat to a philosophy, a danger to this very fire. And however, if you find that you can actually stand the fire, keep it alive, keep it burning, and keep it going, then it is your highest duty and task to carry on the torch, whatever the cost, whatever the pain, and whatever the suffering that you might endure. But if you do it, if you think only for your own greatness, or because you think that you are in some way chosen or so, then you haven't understood what philosophy is. And I think that with this decade, we'll see a very strange situation in philosophy for all those who can see. We are in an analogous situation to Heraclitus. Philosophy doesn't speak, really, to us anymore. She's no longer the queen of all the sciences. She's something much worse than the queen to all the sciences. And a maiden would be putting it nicely. And in this conundrum in which philosophy finds herself, she must leave the confines of academia, where she only hibernates, and at the same time also not fall for the marketization that comes with it when philosophy goes public, whichever it must do. But I think the prospect is as good as it could be. Maybe hasn't been better in our lifetime for anyone who is genuinely up for the task to carry on the torch, to keep the fire burning, because there's nothing at all and no one to stop us. I'll see you.